for a body heat stroke. I do it all like a cheat code. Set every goal and I meet those, and they won't know where my P goes. I put my heart into battle, the king of the jungle. I'm leaving them
Even
dethroned.
in my darkest hour, I will still have a heart of gold. And don't you take me for a coward. I will stand strong till my soul goes cold. And you good enough to kill me like that? No, no. Singing a demon in an verse. No, no. No way to dead if I'm out of time. No, no.
Welcome to Anime Madness Podcast. This is week 3. Today we are going to be covering side characters. And with me today I got my great and lovely co-host, KillerKush.
Hey, yeah.
Sketetony.
Hello.
Tacco.
Howdy doody.
And our guest this week is Sage.
Hello.
Unfortunately, we are missing Cope this week. He might join in late, he might not. Not 100% sure, but are you guys excited to find out which one of these side characters that we nominated are number 1?
Yeah.
All right.
I was more nerdy.
So, first matchup we have here today is Ervin Smith versus Byakuya Kuchiki.
I'll give a vote to Irvin.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Kuchiki with it.
One vote Ervin, one vote Kuchiki.
That picture for Irvin's doing him justice.
It was
as well.
It was the best one I could find.
Ooh.
Because a lot of the pictures that were on there were either had too much gore or they're just like not the best shots of Ervin. So I was like, oh, this oil painting looks really freaking sick, and it's during his famous speech for his final speech.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go Ervin.
I'm gonna go Ervin.
Yep.
So I've been torn on this since we set up the bracket because I was like, oh, I'll probably vote for Byakuya, but then Ervin's speech just kept playing over and over and over in my head. So my vote is going to go to Ervin as well.
It's been a while since I've heard his speech, but honestly,
Oh my god, the impactfulness of it in the dub was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I recall listening to it in sub and dub, and I did like the dub a little better.
Yep.
And honestly, I do like Ervin a little more than Byakuya. No offense to Byakuya there.
Yeah, I picked this matchup because they're both captains in their own right. They're both very intelligent and strategical personnel as well. The only real major difference between the two is Byakuya tends to uphold the law, to where Ervin says screw it. But with that, Ervin wins match 1. Going into the match 2, we got a battle of the ladies. We got Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop versus Revy from Black Lagoon.
I'm going to have to give my vote to my girl now.
Which one?
That vote. Valentine from Cowboy Bebop.
Faye?
Sorry. Just had a brain fart.
So I'm voting for Revy. Now,
Fair.
Revy might be a side character, but she took over the show and like basically became the main character. She outshines the main character so hard.
Fair.
Like, she took over the entire... Like, the whole first opening is nothing but Revy being badass.
I'm going to go Valentine as well.
Another vote for Valentine.
I'm going to go Valentine.
Be honest, that is pretty tough.
They're both gunslingers. I would say Revy a little more than Faye. They both have their own badass moments. I haven't fully watched Black Lagoon, but that is definitely something I do need to finish.
I haven't watched either of these shows, but we did just watch one of Cowboy Bebop the other day. That was a pretty damn good show.
Yeah.
So-
I don't think
To get
Faye was in that
Valentine.
episode at all.
Not at all, but I mean, Cowboy Bebop looked pretty damn good, so I'm gonna go vote for Faye.
So Faye wins 4-1. Coming up next is, I feel like one that I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking on, because we have Caesar Zeppeli from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2 versus Dimple from Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of those, to be honest.
To be honest, I have not gotten either of these two yet.
So Caesar is basically how do I say this? So in JoJo's Part 1, it ends, and then the grandson of George Joestar, who is Joseph Joestar, and then the grandson of Zeppeli, who helped George, is Caesar. And Joseph gets caught up in this conundrum with vampires and needs to learn Hamon breathing, which is a technique to fight vampires. So he's told to go find the Zeppelis, and he comes across Caesar, and he trains with Caesar to be able to fight the vampires. The best part about Caesar's character that I found was his comedic aspect, and the fact that he's voiced by Bryce Peppenbrook, who's trying to do an Italian accent. So imagine the dude who plays Eren Yeager, Inosuke, and Meliodas doing an Italian accent.
Oh, that's honestly probably funny as hell.
It is. It makes the character so much better.
So that's probably honestly got to be funny as hell.
Now, Dimple is... So Mob Psycho 100 is about a world where you can have psychic powers. And
Okay.
if you have psychic powers, you can basically fight evil spirits and whatnot. Dimple is an evil spirit that Mob goes and meets out of random coincidence and defeats him and gets him into this little green thing that you see. Little, like, green, like, blob. Kind of, like, looking like a little bit like a green slime from Ghostbusters. And he basically ends up following Mob around and becoming a friend and an ally to Mob. And he's extremely hilarious. He can possess your body. And he is literally the comedic relief of Season 1, alongside with Reagan.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. The first guy you said was from JoJo's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give that show a try. Just off the description you gave him, I'm gonna give him that guy my vote.
All right. He has my vote
Just
as well.
because, so personally, that's gonna be. I want to kind of witness that, so that's kind of making me want to go watch it just to watch for that.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, to be honest.
It's so I started watching JoJo's after I read Part 1 and Part 2. And I mean, it was good. The manga was good, but then I watched it, and I was like, "This is awesome! Like, JoJo's is amazing." But when you get around the Part 3, you have to watch it in sub, because the funny thing is, so in the sub, the main character Jotaro's voice actor is Ervin Smith's voice actor,
In everywhere. He's also literally everywhere.
and then the Japanese voice actor for Dio is Levi's voice actor.
Oh.
But when you go to the dub, Dio's voice actor is Ervin's voice actor, and Jotaro's voice actor is Levi's voice actor.
Uh-oh.
But I will say, the dub voice actor who plays Ervin Smith in Dio, he does not do as good of a performance in JoJo's as he does in AOT.
Yeah, I might have to pick up JoJo's.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go Dimple just because I've watched Mob Psycho. But I'm definitely gonna pick up JoJo's now.
I just got a freaking one of those freaking pay me to promote your stream things in chat.
Huh.
Yeah, I see that. It's by what, Safe Grate?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to freaking get rid of it, and there's a delete message. I'm trying to figure out how to do this.
I think if you click on the chat as the owner or something, like, should be like either like click on their name or their message and delete it, something like that.
Yeah, their account was literally created like 4 days ago.
Yeah, that's not real.
I just blocked the
definitely not.
I just blocked the user. I banded them. Now I'm trying to figure out how to delete this message. Oh,
Feel the power of the hammer.
it's banned, so it's all crossed out.
Yeah, message deleted by mod. Perfect. Good.
All right, cool. I need to make
I saw you
I need to
mine.
make like Skeletony and someone a modder as well.
Definitely would be probably a good idea. Getting a monitor again.
Yeah. Well, we'll focus on that later. But so we got 2 votes for Caesar, none for Dimple so far.
Josh voted for, or Taco, I mean, voted for Dimple.
Tacco voted for Dimple. They're both good shows. Like the
Just simply because I've watched Mob Psycho a little bit.
yeah,
But I'm definitely picking up JoJo's now.
the creator of Mob Psycho is also the creator of One Punch Man.
I think I'm gonna go with.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And go Dimple.
Dimple. So it's all tied up.
Mm.
And is it
I watched JoJo, and Mob Psycho looks really good.
Tony's the deciding vote?
But I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm gonna vote Caesar. Well, because I've watched more JoJo's, but also because I like Caesar.
So Caesar's speech that I was going to use was slightly a spoiler, but
Oh yeah, you can't use that.
yeah, it was such a good moment.
It's so sad.
My time to hold up the Zeppeli family name. That was an awful Italian impression. I'm sorry. All right, moving on. We have the Nami family, or Nojiko and Bellamere, versus Asia from Devil's Part-Timer. And I'm voting for Bellamere and Nojiko simply for the fact of what Bellamere did for them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Bellamere. That's hands down, no doubt.
I will say personally, this is a bro moment for me because this is going to be I'm a second because I like both of these. I like both these animes very solid.
Did you get to the Arlong Park arc?
Oh, I'm on like
Yeah.
season 4 of One Piece now.
Okay, so you should be at Arlong Park.
Yeah, we pretty much just got Chopper.
Oh, you're already in Alabasta.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
he's
just got
way
on
past
Alabasta.
Arlong then, isn't he?
Wow, so everyone in here
just-
knows the Arlong Park arc then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
completely.
perfect. We can actually talk about One Piece without having to worry about spoiling.
Yeah, exactly. For once,
And I
bro.
made sure to get on my stuff just to make sure I kind of we had the free range of talking a little bit about it.
So, yeah, the thing that I love most is, so Nojiko and Nami are not from, was it Kakako Village?
I think.
I know it starts with a C. They are from a battlefield where Bellamere finds them. And she takes them in, even though she doesn't have the money to fully care for them. She takes them in to care for them because she is such a kind-hearted person. And the moment when Arlong shows up and Arlong finds out about them and Bellamere goes nuts and ends up sacrificing her life for them, I was heartbroken for Nami.
I mean, she lost her mom figure.
She lost her mother figure and basically got made a freaking slave in one day.
It was horrible.
Even though she volunteered to do it. But before that whole part happens and she goes on and actually starts fighting Arlong and she's got the freaking gun in his mouth.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Right.
I was
Good
like,
scene.
oh, Bellamere is amazing. And then Asahi, I mean, he's a good character.
See, I like him mostly because he's more on like funny.
He
More of a
he
comedic.
is funny. And has anyone watched season 2?
Yeah, plan to.
I was just say, personally, I have not gotten there yet, but
So-
if you spoil it, this is more of like a side watch anime for me. Like, I like it and all, but
So
like,
I'm not gonna spoil it too hard, but he does become more of like a family guy in season 2.
okay.
But I mean, in season 1, I mean, he has a badass moment in the first episode with him being actually Asiel. But then once they go to the other world, he kind of fades away a little bit.
He becomes in the house husband. Well, like, he's pretty much housewife, pretty much.
Yeah.
Cleaning and
And he's like, he's kind of like that funny uncle type in season 2.
Oh, from
Yeah.
housewife to funny uncle, that's an upgrade.
yeah.
Yeah. This is a major upgrade.
See, so I basically watched this as like a gimmick anime. Like, oh, I'll watch this, get it over with. I think it's on my scratch off. I think that's the reason why I actually picked it up. And then season 2 came out, and I was like, yeah, I might as well watch season 2. And I was like, wow, I like this even more than I did. Season 2 is a lot more high action as well.
See, it pulls you in with the goofy exterior, and it's like there's actually a story.
Yeah. It's a very good story. Very good lore. The world building, I would say, is on a... So, I have 4 tiers of world building. I have Oda, amazing, which is where, like, Tight Kubo is for Bleach. And then I have, like, mid-tier and then trash. I would put...
Fucking Oda in his own tier.
Yeah, I mean, no one else can touch him in any manga.
Nah.
Like, as much as I like Berserk's world building goes in mid-tier. Because it's basically medieval Europe.
Yeah.
So, and I would put Devil as a part-timer in mid-tier as well for world building.
Yeah.
Now, JoJo's, I would put... JoJo's is on the border of, like, top tier and Oda. Because even though it's just the real world, the mangaka traveled to every place so he can have everything perfectly accurate.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, because that's just its own type of world building in itself. But as it stands right now, no one competes with Oda.
No, not a chance.
So with that
Other than a whole
said-
damn universe, not even just a planet.
Well, technically, it's just a planet and a moon.
Nah, man, we're going to space in One Piece eventually. I guarantee you.
Oh, 100%. And people who aren't once Tacco and Sage, once y'all get to like Skypiea, you'll see what we mean by that.
Okay.
But for Kush, the good thing about reading the manga is you get the cover stories. And the cover stories are very important. And there's a whole cover story with the antagonist of Skypiea
Right.
and him going to the moon.
Yeah, wasn't that his whole goal?
Yeah, that was his whole goal. And the cover story follows his journey on the moon.
Just wanted to go to the moon.
Do I have the full Skypiea? I do. I have the full Skypiea arc in manga.
Nice.
Because I have up to halfway through Water 7, I believe. And then I got the tail end of Wano up to the newest volume. With that said, we have mine and Kush's vote for Bellamere and Nojiko.
The easy vote's Bellamere. 100% Bellamere.
Is Bellamere gonna sweep?
I was gonna say Bellamere might sweep because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, to be fair, Bellamere has done so much for Nami.
She did in such a short amount of time too. Because what, it was only
Yeah.
she was only with her for like what, 4 years,
Yeah.
and even after Nami has her fit, she still goes back and tells Nami that she
She
still
was a
loves
true
her.
mother. She was a true mother.
I just feel like no matter what matchup Asahi was in, he was doomed to lose. Even though
probably.
he was a suggestion by Sage.
Yeah, like I like Devil the part-timer as an anime.
He said,
It's
I
very-
have to
it's
vote
good,
against
but-
my own
but
suggestion, though.
Yeah, I have to give. I think honestly both of these were mine. Because I did originally. I think I voted for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
But
did
to be
mention Bellamere.
So
Yeah.
So to be fair, it was like whenever because I had a feeling like maybe they would have been put up together, but I know Bellamere is just.
Yeah.
It's just she has so much more going for her than he does, and
These two were the hardest to pair because I try to go with like aspects of the character, like matchup aspects of the character. So these two were the hardest, but given season 2 of Devil's a Part-Timer and Asuya becoming more of like a family type guy, I figure okay, there's no better matchup than Bellamere and Nojiko then.
Because Bellamere technically does the same thing. She goes from this wanting to be, she's this marine, turns into mother.
Because I think because of finding Nojiko and Nami in that battlefield, which we still don't know where that was. We don't know what island that was.
It was Battlefield Island. I mean, like, come on.
But I believe it was supposed to be like somewhere in the Grand Line, I think. I think Nami and Nojiko are from the Grand Line.
Mm-hmm.
Cope just waved in the
Cope waved.
chat. Hey, he's got a moderator. Oh, that's right. I made him a moderator when I used to stream. Hi, Cope. You can still join if you want to.
Yeah, when are we that bad to have a sixth opinion?
Oh,
No,
you see, if you have 6 votes, that means we're never gonna actually complete anything.
We're gonna have we might have a couple 3-3 ties.
Hey, it might be, and make it more interesting.
Maybe like week 1, how freaking Boa won 2
Oh, yeah.
matches off a chance.
Yeah. That was
Um,
great.
But
My
yeah,
vote's gonna be Mir.
so Bellamere sweeps.
That's about right.
It's not, honestly, isn't that bad of a thing with how good of a character she is.
I think that's only our second sweep in the history of this
He's
podcast.
joined.
Hey, there he is.
Next one is going
Let's
to
go.
be a rough one.
Ah.
We got
Hey.
Fuegolian Vermilion versus the Flame Hashira Rengoku.
Oh, I already know. I gotta give it to my boyfriend going on.
We got 1 vote for Fuegolian.
Because he is one of the toughest SOBs in Black Clover.
So my vote's going for Rengoku, and the whole reason behind this is because Fuegolian survived. I feel like if Fuegolian actually did pass away, it would have been a much heavier impact and probably drove the story a little bit further than it did, compared to Rengoku, who basically sets up the whole mindset for the next arc.
Showed up,
I-
kicked
I
ass.
completely agree. Is that could have
Refuses to
put
elaborate.
Leon's character so far?
So,
Well, I see I entered at the hard matchups.
welcome,
sorry,
Killer
boys.
Cope.
I fell asleep as soon as I got home, thinking that I would
Respect.
wake up. But I didn't. Luckily, I
Fresh
was
out the PJs.
say a half hour late.
Eh,
But my
it's
vote
alright.
is
Oh,
Rengoku.
like 24 minutes, you're good.
Yeah.
That's 2 votes for Rengoku. So, Killer,
Let's make it 3.
3 votes for Rengoku, and that's not a win anymore because there's a chance it could be tied.
My vote's Rengoku.
Oh.
No, well then now it's a win. Okay.
Wow.
So I got a question since I was
I'm
late.
still going Fuegolian.
Alright. Yeah, I'll get you up to
Respect,
speed,
bro.
Cope. Round 1 was Ervin for the 1.
What?
Yeah. Round
Honestly, I wasn't shocked.
round 2 was Faye for the 1. Round 3 was Caesar 3-2.
Seen that.
And yeah, Bellamere swept. And Rengoku just won 4-1. But we have one person who didn't vote. What would your vote be?
Who was it that didn't vote?
I know Tony.
I went Fuegoleon.
We had one Fuegoleon, and me, Tony, Cope.
Oh, yes, we got
I
two.
went with Flame Goleon. There's
I
two for Flame
voted
Goleon.
2 for Fuegoleon.
as well.
And I think the rest of y'all voted for
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Goku.
Rengoku. So like they both made huge sacrifices. They're both flame wielding characters, but Rengoku's had much more of an impact because his words stayed better, and the fact that he passed on and didn't miraculously survive. That was the whole reasoning behind my vote.
Showed up, became a badass, and refused to elaborate.
All right.
Pretty much what it was.
Next vote is the Battle of Wits.
Oh, fuck.
It is Seto Kaiba versus Shikamaru Nara.
Ooh.
I'm going back to bed.
Oh, okay. I'm going Kaiba.
Oh, come on.
No. I'm just fucking around. I'm definitely going Shikamaru.
Personally speaking, I will say, whenever I was younger, me and my older dispute, whereas I watched Pokemon, he watched Yu-Gi-Oh, so we had that dispute. I only started recently watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've only realized how much Seto is really fucking cool.
He is. He's an asshole, but he's really cool.
But I'm gonna give my vote to Shikamaru because of what this man has been
Yeah, no, that's definitely, yeah.
All right, we're also including Rancid Hairline Shikamaru from Boruto as well.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, they had a picture
That's
of him.
even better. He's cool.
Get that picture of him up. I haven't seen him.
Because you haven't seen Shikamaru in Boruto?
I have. Do you think I
His
want
hairline
anything to do with
rivals
Boruto?
Vegeta's.
All right. I'll bring it up real quick. I just switched the stream to our thing, and I will bring up a picture of Shikamaru and Boruto.
Alright.
I
I'm going
cannot
with childhood. I'm going Kaiba.
stand to look at
One for
Boruto.
Kai.
I'm
Hey, you're not
sorry.
going Kaiba.
It's my
Are
childhood.
you?
See, that's the thing I have, because it is my childhood as well.
I just have to.
I don't
Blue
want you.
Eyes White Dragon.
Respect.
Like, he made such a small, like, Yu-Gi-Oh card so iconic for no reason.
Bro,
Wasn't for no
I
reason.
remember
It's a
seeing
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I remember
It's
seeing
cool.
Blue Eyes White Dragons going for sale like at local bookstores for like $50 for a single card.
Oh, hell.
And that's like, what the hell?
Jesus, I'm rich.
It made no sense. I'm like, they have these singles here for this price. Alright, it should be up in a second. But I just got Chapter 64's cover page. I mean, his goatee is on point.
Ooh, okay. What is that hairline?
I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. It makes Naruto's haircut actually look somewhat okay.
I mean, to be
Scott
fair, he
and
does
zigzag
have the
scissors
more-
from like kindergarten.
to be fair,
Literally,
he does have
that's-
the more of the look of his dad.
That is the meme that was going around, like, when his hairline was shown. It was like a kindergartner cut his hair.
Got them zigzag scissors. You know what I'm talking about?
So, I have trouble with this because Shikamaru is my favorite character in Naruto. And Seto Kaiba is, like, my childhood as well. Because, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Beta Blade, Bakugan, that was my childhood.
Respect. And
But I think...
Dude, I still have Bakugan cards.
Bro, I have a Bakugan
Like-
literally on my desk.
Like,
Here
I
it
love
is.
Shikamaru.
I have a little
Like, one of my
Bakugan.
favorite. It's just Kaiba.
And it still works too. Like the magnetic and everything works. I just don't have any of the cards.
I remember owning that one. That was so wonky.
Dude, I remember in elementary school, alongside with tech decks and Digimon cards,
It was Bakugan. Bro.
Bakugans got banned for recess.
What?
Yeah, my elementary
I
school,
remember that.
they got banned.
Crazy.
Remember that?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards ended up getting banned right before I got out of elementary school, but Pokemon cards stayed. Like, they never got banned. Same with Transformers.
My elementary school, they banned all any card game because it was distracting the students.
Yeah, I did end up having a couple Yu-Gi-Oh cards because Digimon got banned first. Like, Tech Decks were the first thing to get banned, then Bakugans, then Digimon.
Like, I remember buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards at a school fair. Like, that's how much Yu-Gi-Oh was, like, my childhood. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah,
like it didn't matter. Like, like, you could get them everywhere, and everyone had them. It was just...
I'll say this right now, controversial take. Digimon's better than Pokemon, and Digimon is best isekai.
I don't know about that, though.
I think the only isekai to rival Digimon is Overlord.
Nah, you can't even... Nah, not even a comparison. Not even a comparison.
I mean, Digimon is an isekai,
Digimon's
and it is
good.
awesome. I love
Digimon's cool, but Overlord, man, is just so much cooler.
Don't get me wrong, I love Overlord. I'm kind of sad that Demiurge didn't win, but it did set up a perfect matchup between Fuegoleon and Rengoku.
That's true.
Those got a point there. Those got indeed a point there.
I think I'm going to stick with my favorite Naruto character and vote Shikamaru, so it is now 3-1 Shikamaru.
I'm voting Kaiba.
It is now 3-2. So we're waiting for Cope and Tacco?
We have 5 votes.
Tacco and Kaiba.
No.
I went Kaiba.
Alright, because we have 5... Oh yeah, we have 5 votes. One more, so we're just waiting for Cope.
Wise White Dragon, man.
So if Cope votes Kaiba, it goes up to a dice roll.
Joey Wheeler from... I should have put Joey up, damn it.
Bro, Joey.
Baby Dragon. I need a time wizard.
Damn.
My red-eyes black dragon.
Bro, that's my favorite move.
Oh, that is cool, getting the
Good night and chain.
the 1,000-year dragon. Yukimoto cheated like crazy though. Let's not deny
no
that.
way around
Let's not deny that Yugi cheated.
No way around it.
Yugi and the Pharaoh always cheat, I'm not gonna lie.
But don't get me wrong, Seto cheats just as much. I mean, he created a card so he confused his three blue eyes.
He might cheat, but he looks like a badass and an asshole while he does do it.
I can't
So he's
blame
losing to Ian
Kaiba for cheating. He literally owns like half the world.
Yeah, like, I mean, he created after... I think it was even before the Pegasus tournament. He created his own card, made it legal, just so he can combine his Blue Eyes Red Dragon. Like, there's only one of that card in the world for combining, making the three-headed Blue Eyes.
The fact that it's so true is hilarious.
Which is funny. Whoever's got stream up, you're gonna get a real treat.
See, Kaiba didn't cheat
It's
by
called
doing that.
The Blue Eyes
He just-
Ultimate.
He just used his resources to his advantage. He had the wealth.
he just...
He didn't
yeah.
cheat.
So it was before.
Oh, that's nice.
It was before
Oh.
freaking. Before they beat Pegasus. So like, I don't know how he was able to do that.
That looks dope.
Dude, I have every single one of my Yu-Gi-Oh Funko Pops except for one has the 25th anniversary sticker.
Nice.
Because I'm
I'm jealous because I have a Seto Kaiba and I have.
don't
a
have
Blue Eyes.
him.
I have Kaiba.
I don't have him. I have Yami Bakura, May Valentine, which is funny because that's not her name in the Japanese. I have Pharaoh Atem on his chair. I have the Winged Dragon of Ra, Stardust Dragon, the Five-Headed Dragon, the Black Lancer Soldier. I have the Toon Blue Eyes. And then I have... What's that other one? I can't read it from here. The Silent Swordsman.
I'll take all of them. All right, that's all
You
I
got $2,000?
Hell no.
You know what the most expensive
that's the
card
estimated
is?
that's the estimated price of all my Yu-Gi-Oh Funkos.
Bro, the most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh card is $10 million.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
he's the most.
The most
It's
expensive
cheap.
Pokemon
It's
is
cheap.
like 56,000.
Yeah, no, it's because it's like championship blackluster soldier, and it's like
Oh
just
shit!
the super like rarest one.
No wonder why my Blackluster Soldier Funko Pop is my most expensive Yu-Gi-Oh pop.
Yeah,
That makes
blackluster
a lot
soldier
of
is still super popular as well. My brother plays or tournament, my bad, not championship. Tournament blackluster
Blackluster
soldier. Like,
Soldiers.
It's funny.
Blackluster Soldiers are great.
I've overestimated it. It's
my-
like 2 million cards.
My
Actually, no.
two most expensive Funkos.
Regardless.
It's listed for 10 million, sold for 2 million.
My two most expensive Funkos
Holy
are
sh-
Kilawa's little sister from Hunter x Hunter and base form Ichigo. And it's funny because base form Ichigo is a common. It's not even an exclusive or convention one. It's a common. The Hollow Ichigo, the GameStop exclusive, is the most expensive Bleach one. It's like $500.
Wow.
The common Rukia goes for like $250.
Dude, you guys are gonna make me go back through all my collection of cards and see which one's the most expensive.
I have the first 3 booster sets of Digimon, like original 99 boosters.
Oh yeah,
However,
there is one card worth more than that, and that's because it was created. There's only one in existence,
Oh my god.
and it was a Make-A-Wish card,
Of course it was.
and it's called Tyler the Great Warrior.
Wow.
And it's actually a really stupid ass card. And the kid Tyler actually survived his cancer, so he's still alive and he still has it. But yeah, this monster cannot be special summoned. When this card destroys a monster as a result of battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage in life points equivalent to that monster's attack.
That is so overpowered.
Absolutely, because if you just
That's
shove damage onto it, yeah, it is nutty.
That's probably
But
banned
it's
too.
only-
It's probably not
There's
allowed
only-
for competition.
Actually, no, it's not. It's not banned. But that's only because there's one in existence.
Holy crap. Dude, I can't. I used to have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links game. And I had a original Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck that was like an OP deck. And once I got into like League 4, that's when you start getting into like the 5Ds and the Arc V and all that. And it's like I was getting clapped left and right. I don't understand any of this new fusion stuff or any of this other stuff that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
people don't
understand.
play Duel Links either. Everyone actually has just moved over to play Master Duel, but that's also just as bad. So
Yeah, it's like they need to have like a
I only
set,
be
a
playing with
set,
friends.
a set room or something, like a set server just for like OGs.
We
like-
could literally just make a room with all of us here.
I never watched
Oh my
past. I never
goodness,
watched past the
yes.
original
We-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I would get
Completely off
on
topic,
the-
Zach. We could do a whole
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh tournament as a stream.
Bro,
Yes.
I have Duel Links on this computer.
I got Master Duel.
I have
on
Master
and stuff.
Duel right now.
Wow.
I
I don't,
would
I don't
get
have Master Duel.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
have Duel
Uber
Links.
shit on. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it is.
Oh, bro,
They
Master
need
Duel's
to
so
make
really
they need to
nice.
make a Digimon card game like that.
I will say, Master Duel is what got me into wanting to watch Yu-Gi-Oh as a show.
I just
Just
remember
saying,
that
like-
that was my Saturday morning cartoon. Like,
Are you telling me it wasn't
Yeah,
this man's?
same.
Are you telling me it was
Yes,
not
sir.
Joey Wheeler?
No, I will say, whenever I started seeing the show, is my favorite character of all time out of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Joey's awesome.
Joey Wheeler, he is my favorite character because he's the funniest one of the entire show.
Side tangent.
And-
You know how I said Mai wasn't her actual name, the one that Joey
Mhm,
sent
yeah.
over. Well, if you look at the MLA, the My Anime List page for Pokemon, the original Indigo League,
Yeah.
Ash's name is actually Sartoshi.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Brock,
Like, I mean,
I don't even
Yu-Gi-Oh.
remember Brock's name.
Are you telling me it's not Brock actually?
No, it's not. It is. Hold on, let me bring it up.
Fox's Ellis Island name.
Pokemon right here, the original '97 series. So
Are you
Satoshi is Ash, Brock is Takashi, Misty is Kasumi, James is Kojiro, And Jesse is Musashi.
Musashi.
They're all better names, but I'm not gonna lie. Growing up with them being Misty,
Like-
Brock, Ash, Jesse, and James, I can't
That's
help but
all
like.
better.
Hold up. The newest one, the
Yeah.
final one with Ash. The one that's ending like next month.
Yeah,
Mm.
I wonder because that has no dub yet for any of the episodes. Like the current season that's ending, and then the season that before it, the season where Ash actually won the league. Where is it? I wonder if their names are still that.
Oh.
I also wonder if
They
it was a
should be.
translation error
for what?
for the. Well, no, because I think 4Kids was handling the dub back then.
Not the first. Not the first. Like I think it took until. I think it was until Brock left and we got what the fuck was his name? Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
So in
What was his name?
in Pokemon 2019, it still has Ash listed as Saratoshi or Satoshi.
Yeah, no, his name never changed in the sub.
Here you go.
But in the-
Pokemon Masters.
Ash.
Yeah, it's still those Japanese names. In the newest one.
What was that guy's name? Like the guy with the green shirt that replaced Brock for a while.
Oh, that was in the original, wasn't it?
I forget his name. It was like Professor Oak's assistant.
It's Kenji in the sub. He has the red headband.
Yeah, what was that guy's
Yeah,
name?
Kenji.
I mean the English name. That's the one I know. All right.
Yeah.
Tracy.
That's it. Yeah. No, that guy. It
Tracy.
was around when Tracy. It was around him, like around I think maybe a little bit after he was introduced that 4Kids got the right to do the dub. I believe. And that's when everything started going downhill because they had mispronunciations and misinformation all over the place. I believe at least. I might be making shit up.
So when it was announced in 1998 that the Pokemon anime would be dubbed into English, the studio made the decision to translate his name into something that sounded more American.
Bro,
They
what?
picked the last name Ketchum based on the motto of the Pokemon franchise, gotta catch 'em all. Ash is a way of translating Satoshi. Like taking the kanji for Satoshi and translating it, you can get Ash if you work things around a little bit.
Just saying, I'll be right back, guys.
Cool. So technically they did keep his true first name, but in the Japanese he never had a last name. They just gave him a last name to make it more American.
They went from like 2000, like a season 6 to season 9. No, season 8. Season 9 onwards is Pokemon USA, the official company. Took over.
Here's another thing for it. He got a last name because Satoshi is 3 syllables and Ash is just 1. So dubbing Ash Ketchum over Satoshi is easier. That's another reason he got a last name.
Apparently, they went bankrupt in
Who?
2011. 4Kids.
Yeah, that's why they didn't do anything past Alabasta for One Piece.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it
It's
was
basically when Toonami came into play in like 2006, 4Kids started losing money.
because Toonami was just better.
Toonami was better, plus Toonami had the later time slots to be able to do the they had early
Yeah.
morning time slots for like One Piece, Sonic, because Toonami had Sonic for a little bit as well before Cartoon Network fully picked up Sonic. Even though Toonami was on Cartoon Network.
Whoa. What?
And then they also had
don't know what
the late night time slots, like the 1:30 a.m. time slot where they streamed Bleach on Adult Swim. So basically, the birth of Toonami is what started the downfall of 4Kids.
I mean, they also got into a lawsuit over TV Tokyo with Yu-Gi-Oh. So
Yeah, because if you ever seen the original sub of Yu-Gi-Oh, the scene where Kaiba holds up his briefcase weirdly when the two guards bush in and they have finger guns, he's actually getting shot at with real guns. Like the original version of Yu-Gi-Oh is so freaking dark. It's like Chainsaw Man dark. And like the Shadow Realm didn't exist. You just died. But because Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game was popular with kids in the US, they did that. And basically ruined the original. I'm on like episode 20 of the original, so but 4Kids also screwed up One Piece.
Yep.
To the point where Gintama memed it. Professor, you can't smoke in the classroom. I'm not.
Oh well, they went bankrupt again.
They went
That's crazy.
bankrupt twice. Holy crap!
Yeah, on December 21st, 2012, they reincorporated as 4 licensing corporation, and then went bankrupt again in 2016.
Wow. I didn't realize 4Kids was around in 2016.
Well, that's because it kind of became irrelevant.
It kind of became irrelevant once Toonami entered the scene. When did Toonami enter the scene?
Probably around 2006-ish.
When did Toonami start? Toonami was their main freaking... Yeah, so Toonami was around in 97. They were the main competitor. Because they did Voltron. That was the first thing Toonami started with.
That makes sense then.
And then Toonami in 2008... So 2008, Toonami got canceled like right after it killed 4Kids. Mainly because half of the shows Toonami was airing were in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Because you had Bleach when Toonami picked up Naruto. It was at night.
One Piece is also at night. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
When it went on to Toonami after 4Kids lost it, yes. Because 4Kids made all the guns and swords like water swords and rubber and like butter knives.
And balloon swords.
They got rid of
water guns.
They got rid of the cross on Mihawk's sword.
That was taking it too far.
So after Alabasta, Toonami picked it up off 4Kids, and they continued it. And then when streaming platforms became a thing, Funimation was like, "Hey, let's go over and redub this whole all the way through Alabasta." So in like 2011, the Alabasta saga got all like every from East Blue to Alabasta got all redubbed.
Yeah, I remember that.
But if you can pick up an old VHS or early DVD of One Piece, you can still get that 4Kids dub. With Sanji being a freaking like mobster from New York.
He's sucking a lollipop. A lollipop that's
sucking
smoke.
It so fast that it's smoking. Alright, so we're just waiting for Cope's vote.
I think he fell back asleep, honestly.
No, I mean, I was kind of just letting you guys go on.
I figure we're not even at 50 minutes yet, and we're almost done with round 1, so we got to get a little bit of ranting in there.
I mean, that was kind of like the whole point for me.
Give you some time to think about it.
Yeah, I definitely needed some time, and most of the shit was just leading me towards Kiba.
Oh, no.
I am not voting Kiba.
Don't disrespect my man like that.
As he says his name wrong, he says the Naruto character instead.
Don't disrespect my man like that.
I hate that. It's Kaiba, you fool.
Kiba. Sorry.
That hurt my soul.
Kiba.
I'm still tired.
It's an I.
Kiba. Are they spelled the same way? Kiba and Kaiba?
Yes.
Yeah, they are. I just googled his name.
Wow.
It's Kiba.
So we can't.
I hate how he's also the first one that pops up. That's not even Seto Kaiba.
So we can't rag on them too much because they are spelled the same.
Yeah.
But still. We know you like Naruto, Cope, but come on, you can't do Yu-Gi-Oh like that.
Everyone's got Naruto names.
Which is funny because Seto Kaiba was a character before Kiba.
Yep. No, it was a prediction of the future. They named him Seto Kaiba, but it was actually supposed to be Seto Kiba. It was a prediction. They knew Naruto was gonna do better? Question mark.
May he rest in peace as well. Because the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh passed away last year at the age of 63 from cancer. Yeah. I just realized that's 2 mangaka we lost last year. We lost him from the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, and we lost the creator of Berserk.
I mean, no, don't mention Miura, damn it!
Yeah,
I can't handle it.
Like that was a bad year. That was also the year that Horitoshi, the mangaka of My Hero, went through all the death threat crap too.
That's right. Well, that's because his fan base is toxic as hell.
It is. Like, I enjoy it, but that I cannot deal with that fan base. And it's funny because their fan base tries to rag the Bleach fan base, and it's like the Bleach fan base is awesome. They're very wholesome.
But what they don't understand is that the Bleach fan base doesn't gatekeep, nor does it ship people together for like homosexuality reasons only.
Okay,
they ship, but they don't go gay no reason.
Yeah, they don't do that. Like, because you had the whole Ichika stuff that happened, and everyone was ticked off because it didn't.
But you see, that's only because like it was like it could go either way. Ichigo had feelings for both of them. Like,
but I feel like he had more like sister feelings with Rukia.
Exactly. Like, it's definitely he had big sister energy with her.
Yeah. And I feel like he knew, like, even if I did have lovey-dovey feelings for her, it could never happen because she's a Shinigami and he's a human.
Yeah. Also Renji.
Also Renji, the childhood friend of Rukia. Definitely can't forget about him. He definitely had, I mean, you can tell in the Soul Society arc, he had strong feelings for Rukia.
Yeah, and then when you get past that to some other arcs and you see, oh yeah, he's having flashbacks. Actually, no, that was Soul Society arc. Never mind. What am I talking about? In that arc, you literally saw flashbacks of like him always hanging out with her and their backstory. It's like
they were in the same little clique as kids.
Man caught feelings when he was 12.
Well, they were like 75.
Yeah,
because Rukia is like 400 some years old.
Forgot it. That's right, because they don't look it because they're souls.
I mean, Toshiro's like the same age of Rukia, maybe older. He was like 50 years younger than Momo, and Momo's older than Rukia.
I thought Renji was taller than that, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he's only like 5'11", 6 foot.
6'2", actually, but
he's
he honestly
height.
He looks taller. I'm not gonna lie, he looks taller.
Well, Ichigo's 5'11".
That's true.
Even though he looks like he should be 7 foot, but I think Chad's only like 6'6". I think Chad's the same height as Shanks. Actually, let me look at that.
Bro, Ichigo, you're shorter than me, bro. 5'11" and 1/4. That's so sad. There's no way this man is only 144 pounds.
Chad is 6'5", 240. He's lean.
There's no way, bro.
He's
too.
Look up.
He's too thin.
He's only 15 and before the Fullbring arc.
Yeah, that's 134 pounds because that's the formerly.
Dude,
so that was before.
When I was 15, I was barely over 100 pounds.
When I was 15, I was like 160, bro.
I think I was only like
5. Heavier than that.
I was like 5'10", 5'11" when I was 15 as well.
I think I stopped growing in height.
When I stopped growing
15,
and hit 6 foot or 6'2", I ended up being, I was like 145 pounds when I stopped growing. You figure 145 pounds for someone who's 6'2", and you look at our man's Chad Yasutoro Sato over here, who's 6'5", only 3 inches taller than me, but he's 247.
That's accurate. That is actually
Like,
accurate.
He makes me feel anorexic for only being 180 at 6'2".
Yo, I actually never saw Chad post time skip. Oh my god, he got more attractive.
Which post time skip? The 2-year Fullbring time skip?
When he's 18. When he's 18.
Okay, so during the Fullbring arc.
Yeah, I didn't realize he just got
He
so
did.
much more attractive.
He didn't change that much.
He changed the part on his hair,
Now,
and he just like got more
the
chiseled.
final time skip.
Oh man, don't even start talking about that. I see that right now on the wiki.
yeah, the 10-year time skip.
Oh, that's too good.
Bro, Chad looks like a mad like he is the reason why people are called Chads.
Absolutely.
It's literally because of him. Because he was so much of a Chad that Ichigo was like, screw your name, you're Chad. Because that's literally what happens in the backstory. Like he's like,
Yeah.
my name's Yasutaro Sato, and he just goes, oh,
Chad,
all right,
yeah.
Chad. And it's all because the kanji for Sato could be read as Chad.
That's what you call brothers right there. Because he also just doesn't even care. He's like, yeah, I'm Chad.
Yeah, like the whole group calls him Chad now. So, all right, Cope, what was your vote?
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru. All right, I brought out the dice for nothing.
Yes, you did.
Not necessarily. They could be useful.
Yeah,
'Cause
future vote. Future vote.
Our next,
Hair soon, it could.
our next matchup is the provisional hero Lemillion versus the pro hero Genos.
Yeah,
Don't everybody speak at once now.
So, yeah, I'm about to go to.
Millions got the dub.
I will say his first appearance. I will say I did personally like him because I thought he was a creepy one.
So,
But
la-
the later episodes, he's definitely.
oh yeah, the
Better.
Yakuza infiltration. Oh my
Oh, yeah.
god.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were originally gonna do quotes, me and Cope were looking at clips of Lemillion, and I watched the one where he first caught up to Chisaki in the basement,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god. I literally picked up on a Resident Evil reference because Chisaki goes, "You're gonna die down here," and I'm like, that's a Resident Evil reference.
Oh yeah.
But that whole scene, that whole interaction between Mirio and Chisaki was amazing. But
I will
still,
say after the,
that fight between Genos and Saitama in season 1, when Genos does that flying kick,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Genos is pretty damn cool.
Genos is awesome. He's my second favorite cyborg in anime.
Man went to fight Mosquito Girl and nearly died, and he said, "Alright, I'm sorry, Dad. Time to kill myself." And almost blew himself up.
Oh my god. The fight in the beginning of season 2 when Blizzard first shows up
Was so good.
and he's fighting and Genos is fighting Sonic.
You had some lint in your hair. I grabbed it for you.
Sonic thought he upgraded his speed so much, and Saitama's like,
100 consecutive side jumps.
Saitama's like, you think your speed's good now? Your speed's me when I'm tired. Saitama is a whole ass flex.
I mean, the man can't kill a mosquito, but anything else, it's over.
The man went to the moon and was like, I'll hold my breath. That way I'll still survive. Like, the
He landed on
void,
the moon.
the
It's
void
so
of
confused.
space couldn't even stop him.
On the moon. Where am I? I'm in space. Holds breath. Jumps back to the planet.
Dude, my first thought when he had that, like, where am I look, I immediately thought of ASDF. Desmond the Moon Bear. How did I get here? The end.
Oh, it was so good. My vote's going Genos. I love one. Genos is honestly a really cool character.
I'm voting Genos as well because they both like their fight scenes are like on par with each other. They both have great philosophy, but
Absolutely.
I feel the comedic moments with Genos just hit me more, mainly because Genos' comedic moments are more geared towards the older age group.
Yeah.
To where Lemillion's comedic moments are the younger age group with the whole permutation, losing his clothes and all that when he first gets introduced.
Yeah.
So I have marked here 1 for Lemillion, 2 for Genos. Is there any votes that I'm missing?
I went Lemillion as well.
Okay. So we got 2-2. And we need Cope, and who else didn't vote?
I voted Million.
So I voted for Lemillion.
I shall do the same.
So Lemillion's gonna win 4-2.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
You got this no white of his eyes.
I mean, this is...
He can breathe while walking through walls.
Is it sad? Like,
from last week.
me and Killer decided to make just random predictions last night while making the bracket. And so far, this first round, all my predictions are correct. I swear, this is not rigged. This is live time debating these characters.
Oh, man.
The only people who knew the bracket was me and Cope.
I think Cope might have leaked it. Everyone got their votes in early.
Shit.
Cope, is that why you were late? You were too busy leaking the bracket to everybody?
No, I was deadass knocked out.
He did it in his sleep. He was sleepwalking. I know it.
He went on live leak real quick.
Because I already know this next match. I already know that my prediction's going to be right just because of who it is.
Alright.
Now I'm purposefully going to go out of my way and try and not make it true.
The final of the first round is Trunks versus Kurapika.
Okay, never mind. I know the answer.
100%. Trunks.
It's Trunks.
So is all 4 of y'all voting for Trunks?
Trunks.
Trunks.
All of us minus you are voting for Trunks.
Has no one seen the Kurapika versus Uvogin fight?
It doesn't matter.
Bro deadass brought a shovel to the fight, saying, "Oh, I brought this for whenever the fight's over, so I can bury your ass."
Like, yeah, but this is future Trunks, isn't it?
It is future
Yes,
Trunks.
Future Trunks.
Any Trunks, even little kid Trunks is a badass.
Y'all are sleeping on freaking Hunter x Hunter.
God, Tanks and future Trunks, man.
Oh my god, Trunks gets my. I
can understand if Leorio won the vote, because I would have voted for Trunks as well. But Kurapika literally won in the chat vote over Leorio 6-0 to be in this bracket, and he just gets 5-1.
Character, but it's just Trunks.
Right. It's just who they went against.
Like everything Trunks has done, it's Trunks.
Oh, alright.
I mean, did we forget this man fights He fights fused Zamasu. He kills someone who's supposedly immortal. Well, I shouldn't say kills. He defuses them.
Yeah, he defuses them, because wasn't it Vegeta and Goku who finished that fight?
Zeto erased them.
That was like 2 years ago I watched that.
Thing.
Yeah, Zeto erased them. But regardless, the fact that Trunks was even strong enough to separate them is nuts.
Disregard. My predictions were not correct. I predicted Byakuya to win.
Oh.
So I got 2 wrong. I went 6 for 8. That's not bad.
What were the 2 you got wrong? I'm curious.
I'm still freaking shocked that Byakuya didn't win.
You voted for Ervin.
I know, but I thought my vote. I literally thought my Ervin vote would have been like one of the Seto votes from match 6 against Shikamaru.
Oh, man, Ervin's really cool. I like Byakuya, but I don't like his personality.
I figured Faye would win.
This man is like the biggest Byakuya fan here. Last night, that's all we were talking about. It's Byakuya. Then he remembered this one quote from Erwin. And he's like, man, I might actually...
To be fair, if you've watched AOT,
If
you would understand.
If you watched AOT and you seen that speech and the dub voice actor, my soldiers fight, my soldiers rage. Oh my! It gives you chills.
Yeah, no,
it's
Ervin
so great.
OG.
It's kind of like when you hear Madara's speech. You got yourself, well, it's
Madara's speech was amazing.
We listened to that speech last night too, and then I showed Cope. A clip of Yamamoto talking in the dub, and I'm like, did you know they're the same voice actor?
Like, it's just the speech. Like, it's
dude, Madara's speech was so fantastic.
Madara's speech is awesome. I love it.
Madara's speech was Black Air Force energy, bro. I'm just.
Cope, whose speech was it that we were talking about that like predicted like Aizen's speech?
Aizen, yeah.
Aizen's speech right after he stops Ichigo's sword with one finger. Literally, like that speech happened like 15 years ago, and it basically describes what's happening right now to a T.
We knew why. Aizen saw the future. It's all in his plan. He predicted losing. We know this.
Hey, hold on, stop.
No, so that part, that is a spoiler, and that was not in his calculations.
Oh my god, I did not mean to say that. That was my bad.
That was not within his calculations.
I just watched the
He's on the V Club versus the Menos.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, my guy. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, now I'm can go and skip.
No, don't skip anything.
Don't skip, because just
don't skip anything.
Just him saying that honestly doesn't ruin anything, because like at the end of the day, you know the main character is going to win.
Well, that's true.
Obviously.
But the way that it happens is god tier.
I will not say any more. Do not bring up Bleach. I am afraid I will put the tongue again.
We literally don't need to, because Byakuya got knocked out round 1 by Ervin.
That's true. You're right. Well, okay, you say that, but it doesn't stop us from you know this.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, the first week we didn't even have Dragon Ball in the first week, and Dragon Ball got brought up heavily in the first week.
See, it doesn't matter.
We literally brought up Pokemon this week, and Pokemon was in last week's. So match 9, the first match of round 2, we have Ervin Smith versus Faye Valentine.
Easiest, it's Ervin.
Ervin, yeah.
Ervin.
Yeah, it's Ervin.
It's Ervin.
Faye's a great character, but like she cannot top Ervin.
That's quick.
No, it's just everything that happened and his. Yeah,
two syllables. It's 2 syllables.
All right, next is Caesar Zeppeli versus Bellamere and Nojiko.
Hard vote.
It is very hard.
It's decently hard, but I'm going Bellamere.
With my knowledge of the two, it's a hard vote.
Especially, did you finish part 2, Tony?
I know what happens in part 2.
Okay.
I have not watched it, but I know everything that happens.
Okay. Because that's all. It's because Caesar's only in part 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the end of the Zeppelis too. The Zeppelis don't show up again in any other part.
Nope.
Even though the main scene, the main country they're in for part 4 through, I think half of 6 is Italy.
Part 4 is still in Japan. Part 5 is in Italy. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't started part 4.
Morio is actual Japanese town. It's just not that.
I haven't started part 4. I've read the entirety of part 3, so I'm on chapter 1 of part 4, but I haven't started it yet.
Although one character from part 4 does show up in part 5.
Yeah, Josuke.
No.
I could have swore it was Josuke.
No, it was the short one. I forget his name.
Oh, that little fucker.
Koichi, that's it.
Yeah. So I've been hearing on other podcasts that I listen to, Kira's wife is best MILF apparently.
Bro.
I have yet to see a picture of Kira's wife.
So technically, I'm not gonna say anything. Never mind. No, that's spoilers.
Honestly, you could spoil JoJo's and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because that's just how badass JoJo's is.
So, there is a stand that can change what people look like. Kira goes to that stand user, threatens them, changes his face with somebody that went to go do that, kills both of them, and then replaces that guy.
Yeah, I know Kira's like supposed to be like the main antagonist.
He replaces the guy who was getting his face changed, and that was his wife, so he then becomes her husband.
I still don't understand how a lot of people think she's super hot. Lisa's 10 times hotter.
Because Lisa's a grandma who's like 60 years old, man.
She is not. In part 2 she is in, she is not a grandmother because Joseph does not have a son until the very beginning of part 3. Like, after the time skip is when we find out he has a son. In the entirety of part 2, Joseph Joestar does not have a son, so she is not a grandmother.
Bad. She's 50 in part 2.
Yeah,
I gave her 10.
She's 53, I believe, is her exact age.
I'm on the wiki and it says 50.
But Lisa, even with Lisa being that old, she is still like 1,000 times hotter than Kira's wife. Which I just realized her name's Shinobu. Her name is Shinobu.
Sorry, guys. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Another thing with these two characters is they both have sacrifices.
That's true.
Yeah. To be honest,
in the same aspect too. They both sacrificed to save the person they're trying to protect. But I'm voting for Caesar because as much as Bellamir's fight with Arlong was like badass for her, Caesar's fight was like 100 times more badass.
Oh, Caesar has such a huge impact on
especially when
Joseph's life.
when Joseph gets to where Caesar was and the breakdown that JoJo has.
Bro, I can't, man. It's such a sad scene. My vote's going Caesar.
We watched that scene last night, me and Killer.
The pure emotion in Joseph's.
We didn't watch
there.
Joseph's reaction, but we watched like the moment leading up where Caesar gets the lip ring and does the whole hamon thing with the banana. And the fact that Joseph Joestar still has that bandana in part 3.
Yeah, no, you see how
he's
much impact Caesar
he's
had.
like 78.
Caesar was his brother, basically.
He's like 78 in part 3. Because he's a grandfather. He's Jotaro's grandfather.
Yeah.
And
Josuke's dad.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah,
no!
Joseph had an affair. Joseph had an affair with Josuke's mom. And
so that's why when Jotaro shows up in part 4, he's still only in like his 20s.
He's 28, I believe.
Like, because I thought Josuke was Jotaro's son.
That Josuke is Joseph's son, Jotaro's uncle. That's why Josuke's mom mistook Jotaro for Joseph.
That's because by that point, because Jotaro's 17 in part 3.
Yeah, if you look at it, there's a reason why Josuke got sick around the time he did.
So hold up.
Because if you remember how Holly got sick when Dio came to be in part 3.
Yeah.
It was around. It kind of maps out properly, kind of doesn't.
So it's
around that time that Josuke got sick.
So
where he was.
How old is Josuke?
Josuke should have been either a junior or senior in high school.
So he was like 17. So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 17. So that means Josuke was already born before Joseph met up with Jotaro in Japan.
Or he's actually age 16, my bad.
Still, he was 6 years old. Because Joseph was 69 in part 3.
Yep.
And he's 79 in part 4.
Mm-hmm.
Which means Josuke was already born during the events of part 3.
That's why everyone thinks that he got sick when he did, because of Dio. Because he had the Joestar bloodline.
Wow. That's nuts. I did not know that. And that, I guarantee you, once I find that out reading the manga, it's gonna shock me just as bad as it did right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the beauty of JoJo's.
Yeah. Also, oh my God, it was so. People always did the Araki forgot because of the scene with the flashback of seeing him get sick. Because it was supposed to be time travel, but he changed that because it was dumb.
Yeah, I did hear that, like, part 5 has time travel as well, I believe.
Not to the same extent as it would have been with part 4, but there kind of is with the stand towards the end, yeah.
I mean, Giorno is way overpowered. Like, oh my God.
Giorno's stupid because, honestly, his ability cancels out
It is way... Giorno's power is way overpowered.
It was too strong before he got Requiem. After Requiem?
After he gets Golden Requiem, he's basically on the level of magical girls.
Yeah, he cheats, basically.
So
what is it exactly? I have to look it up.
With that said, we're at 2-2, and I believe we're waiting for Cope and Tacco, or is it Cope and Sage?
It's probably me because I ran to the bathroom real quick. As you said, my vote's definitely for Bell.
For Bellamere?
I will say that. Yes, 100%.
All right, so
I will say that's mostly because I just pretty much got out of the Arlong part. Like, I'm past it, yes, but like still that fresh amount of like, what she has all done.
Okay, how did you feel when Nami turned around and said, "Help me"?
It definitely hit a little bit. I will say that.
What hit me more than her just turning was the flashback of her remembering Orangetown and Luffy saying, "Don't touch my hat. It's my treasure."
Fair.
And, like, he freaking puts his hat on her head. Like, that's what hit me.
Yeah, I actually
was
told
just gonna say
Sage
that
to let me know when he seen that
on her head.
the other day.
Just
Alright.
perfect.
That was a powerful scene right there.
Because it just showed how much he cared for Nami, believed in Nami.
Everybody.
And, like, he straight up said to her, "I will not accept any other navigator." Like, I saw someone say, what female character is most useless to the plot? The characters were Nami, Rukia, Sakura, and I can't remember what the fourth one was. But people were saying Nami is the most useless to the plot. And I'm like...
Which is definitely more useful side and then useless.
No.
Yeah.
Everything past Nami leaving at Baratier does not happen if she's useless, because Luffy refused to have any other navigator but her. He would not accept any other navigator but her. The story of One Piece would not have happened without her.
Exactly. That's like if Bulma never found Goku.
Mm-hmm. She might have been the fourth one on that list. I can't remember. But
I use my references now, bro. Okay.
But
Yeah.
the Rukia one, I can kind of get behind because it could have been any Soul Reaper assigned to that district. It didn't have to be Rukia.
Yeah.
That being said, that role of that Soul Reaper stationed in that
It's
town
probably
is
best
pretty
with
handy.
her.
More than likely, because I don't think any other Soul Reaper would have went about it that way.
No, probably not.
No, it wouldn't have been nearly as interesting with.
Because you got to
other.
think of, like, who else do we know in the 13th squad, because that's the 13th jurisdiction, other than Afro Dude. And Afro Dude's weight. We know the lieutenants and the captain, but, like,
yeah, outside of those, no one.
Afro Dude, I can't even remember his name. I just know what
He had the weird, like, disc.
Yeah,
for
I'm
his
trying to think of
release.
Ichigo's friend, the Keigo. Keigo always called him Afro Dude, and that's what I
'Cause
remember
Keigo could
him.
see him. That was awesome. Yeah.
But Afro Dude, he would have been way too cocky and arrogant to do that, to where Rukia is actually humble. Sakura, I can definitely see Naruto happening without Sakura.
Yeah.
Like, all the events of Naruto I can see happening without Sakura. The only part that comes into question would be the war arc, where she does keep Naruto alive for a brief period of time while they find Minato.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
because, I mean, if Tsunade was on that battlefield, Tsunade could have done it. But she wasn't.
She was on a separate battlefield.
They might have
I
rewrote
guess.
it a different way then.
So,
What about the Sasori fight? Granted, Granny Chio was there. but
granted,
still.
the whole reason Sakura won was because of Granny Chio.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
don't get me
well,
wrong,
that's
like, it was a great fight. It was a good achievement on her part. But without Granny Chio there, she would have been poisoned hella quick. So I think any other shinobi in her place, at her level, would have worked perfectly fine.
100%.
So on that
One
list...
could even argue that there's better than Sakura.
Yeah, but I feel if you get someone better than Sakura who's actually good in a fight, it will counteract with Chio depending on the character. Like, if it's someone like Kakashi who understands, like, okay, Chio knows how he fights, he would let her do the string manipulation with him. But if it's someone like Mike Guy, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, but I think my guy in itself would be strong enough to handle that.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be able to resist the poison.
Right there.
There's that whole aspect. He would not be able to resist the poison.
You're right.
So, Cope, who you voting for?
Caesar.
See, so we got our first dice roll.
Oh,
So, Caesar will be
First dice.
odds, and Bellamir and Nojiko will be evens on a d6. And here we go. Oh, I hit a d8, my bad. 6 is the number. Bellamir and Nojiko advance.
Oh,
Okay.
My prediction was Caesar.
Mine was Astia.
You had Asya going to the semis?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
he had faith in
Bold
the
move.
Demon Lords.
I mean, I had
man.
Byakuya going all the way to the finals.
So did I.
I had I had a Dragon Ball Bleach final. And I'm kind of glad it didn't work out like that because that would have been 3 weeks in a row we had a Bleach in the finals.
Was Bleach in the finals last week?
Yeah, it was Renji versus Shanks.
That's right. It was a red hair battle. Which one had the better hair?
Yeah.
The answer was Shanks.
Yeah, I remember we brought up his hairline. Because we
Worse than
we
Vegeta's.
compared it to
God.
Vegeta's. His tattoos do make up for it.
Do they really? I think his hairline wouldn't be that bad if it was for the tattoos. Like, if it weren't. Like, if he didn't have those, I feel like it'd be better.
I feel like he got those tattoos because of his hairline. Because he had that hairline as a kid in the flashback.
That's true.
Or
I don't think it was as bad. It was definitely
No, but you could say it's like with
definitely there.
like with Shikamaru. Like, his hairline was definitely had that freaking up and down shit, but it wasn't as bad as it is in Boruto. So, next match is Rengoku versus Shikamaru.
Let's go with my dude Shikamaru.
Here's
Go Shikamaru as well.
so I'm definitely going to give Shikamaru my vote on that.
Whoa, that's 3
Oh,
Shikamaru
that was
already.
really quick.
Oh, it's really fast.
I'm gonna vote.
That's
I'm voting Rengoku.
Same here.
One
what
reason
the fuck?
one reason why I'm voting Rengoku has to do with his Mugen Train fight. The
Absolutely.
flame breathing literally has a technique called Rengoku. Because the
Also, with his
Flame-
backstory, bro.
Yeah,
It was
the flame Hashira has been passed down in his family. That's why one of the breathing techniques is called Rengoku.
yeah.
Because it's passed down through
Alright,
the
but
Rengoku
what about
family
Hedon?
line. Who? Oh, the Hedon fight?
Yeah, the heat on fight after
Oh,
the Asuma.
that was great. But I do feel like Rengoku is a more inspirational character as well, because he actually says things that can translate into real life.
But
I mean,
remember,
also eyebrows, and better hairline.
but remember,
Better hair.
Shikamaru says some of the most savage things I've ever seen, and when he tells him, "I'm your god now," and then buries him alive.
That was pretty badass.
Oh my god, that alone.
See, now if we were
Yeah,
talking about their sad moments, so the end of Mugen Train and the Asuma scream, Shikamaru would have my vote hands down. I was way more sad at him screaming Asuma than Rengoku.
So, yeah, the whole Asuma situation was just, that's like hands down what made, like, yes, I as a character as a whole originally, but the Asuma part is what really drove me to be like, okay, he's definitely up there.
And that is why I put
With characters.
Asuma on the desk next to me.
Oh.
I got little Asuma and Shikamaru. And I just realized I don't even need to have this Byakuya volume with me next to me anymore because freaking he's no longer in it.
Leave him there as memory.
Well, I mean, it is volume 57, so it has the events that happened in Thousand Year Blood War Arc, episode 7. You should know what I mean, Tony.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I think you have to leave it. I think you have to leave it there.
Hold on, I think it also has the badass moment from. Yep, I randomly flicked to that page.
Faith.
Then it has the whole Kenpachi thing. Oh my god, Ichigo's yell
Ooh.
when he's in the Dangai. The Sasakibe backstory. Oh! Who all has the stream up?
I do.
Me.
Alright, Cope, avert your
Oh,
eyes.
I do as well.
So, everyone but Tony, avert your eyes for right now, because I'm gonna put. I don't want to say it because just saying who it is a spoiler in itself. It's not like me saying Ichigo and the Dangai or Sasakibe backstory. It's completely on a different level than that. But I want to show them this, and if there's any viewers who have not read the Bleach manga, please look away for like 5 seconds.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning for 1,000 Year Blood War. Yeah. All
Really
right.
beautiful.
You're clear to look
That's
at
a
the.
spoiler and a half.
You are clear to look at the stream again. Were you looking, Kush?
Yeah,
Probably. With him? Probably him.
The cool thing is it. Yes, it's a spoiler, but again, it's not because we've seen this character get like this before, but not to this extent.
Yeah.
You
Like-
also don't know what the hell's happening there, so I mean,
I know. It was just cool to see that he's getting like that again.
Like, oh my god, like.
With that information, I mean, it's cool to know, but it's not like it's a heavy spoiler.
So, Tony, did you watch past the credits in 1,000 Year Blood War?
I usually checked every episode. I'm not sure.
Okay, because
I think towards the end.
that same
Can't
episode,
remember.
that same episode with the Byakuya thing had a post-credit scene
I'll double check if I did that one or not.
with a let's just say the post-credit scene included Kenpachi, Zoraki.
I feel like I did. I feel like after you told me the one episode had a post credit scene, I'm like, I gotta watch all of them now. So I should have. I have to double check now.
I'll send you a picture of the panel
Yeah.
because once you see the panel, you'll know because this is pretty much the whole like the
Whole scene, yeah.
the whole thing that happened in the post-credit scene. Which I still can't believe that this happened off screen and they kept
Oh yeah.
and they
I know, that
kept
was
it off
pretty damn
screen.
cool.
Like I was expecting to get a flesh because when they said they're fleshing out all the fights, I was expecting to get that fleshed out, that fight, and they kept it a post-credit scene, and it stayed as impactful. Like it did not lose any Like, I think it became even more impactful.
Yeah. No, that was good.
Like,
I remember that now.
that happening off screen is crazy.
What was that alarm? That spooked me.
I was gonna say, who has an alarm going off? I thought it was...
But
We got an
that's
EAS
my
going on.
bad, yeah.
yeah, the Bankai happens in this volume.
Oh, that's right.
Bro, they extended that fight. Like, if they kept the fight true to the manga, it would have been a quarter the length.
I absolutely would have, but I'm so glad it went on for as long as it did. That was like, woo.
Because
That fight gave me chills.
oh my god, like they fleshed out so much more of that Bankai. Because his Bankai was a little confusing to me in the manga.
But then, as you know, with the anime, you have to flesh it out, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh. They did such a. They literally, like, I literally mentioned this in my other Discord. Everyone dogged on Bleach for 10 years. Just dog watered it. And then it comes back, and they're all like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, this is the best show ever!
Yeah, and then
Like,
it's the same. It's the
here.
same people who are saying don't switch up on Boruto when the time skip happening, and people are saying that the time skip's coming soon. I'm like, I'm caught up with the manga. We're just starting the climax of the Code arc. We still got like another 40 chapters of this shit.
Yeah.
We're not gonna get the time skip for like 3 years. But this volume pretty much has the end of that fight. Wink, wink.
So good.
Yeah, I'm pretty much caught up to Dub where Jigen locked Naruto up and they got him out and all that.
Oh, you're still in the Jiggy. You're still in the. Wow. The Dub's only up to there.
Yeah,
When I stopped
it's
watching the Dub, Karma was just getting introduced. That's all the Dub was up to when I was watching it.
oh no, yeah, no. I've seen Kawaki. They
Yeah.
like literally
I think-
they've gotten.
I have not heard Kawaki Dub yet. That's how far the Dub was when I was watching. I have never heard
yeah.
Kawaki dubbed. I've only heard Kawaki subbed.
Yeah.
But still, I basically dropped Boruto because I can't deal with 90% filler.
I've never
I
picked it
can't.
up. I don't feel like ever picking it up.
Honestly, if you pick it up and just watch the canon episodes, like there's a whole Boruto website that differentiates them.
I don't think it's worth me putting my time and effort into watching a show. That's
I
more
think-
effort to find what episodes are to watch than just watch it through.
Let me see.
I like that. This is a good point. No,
It's more
um,
effort to find the episodes to watch than it is to actually watch the episode, and I don't feel like doing that.
There's only so this is a little outdated because this is back when there's 234 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about a year ago because we're at like 270 something.
mhm.
Out of 234 episodes, only 80 were canon.
Bro, that's 1/3.
And
That's
people-
1/3 of the show.
And people say Bleach has too much filler and One Piece has too much filler.
Mhm.
Bleach
Well, you
is
can't have-
245 episodes of manga canon, not including Thousand Year Blood War. And it's
That's where it
all
became
canon.
so
Yeah,
boom,
it's all
like,
canon now. And One Piece is 998 episodes without filler.
Wow. Okay, Oda, calm down. Just slow down, Oda.
Like, it's not even that. It's not even Oda slowing down. He still takes at least 1 week off a month.
Oh, what is he? He's on crack writing One Piece. How does he keep up?
Back when the Alabasta saga was going on, he put in an SBS. It was like when chapter 50 something came out. So I think this is still East Blue Saga. He said someone asked him how ahead are you in drawing One Piece, and this is when he only had like one assistant at the time. When chapter 53 dropped, He just finished drawing chapter 67.
This guy, 14 chapters ahead.
When he got put in the hospital during Sabaody, Kishimoto went to visit him. Kishimoto goes into the hospital room and he's sitting there drawing One Piece.
Oh my God, Oda. The man will not rest.
No, he takes a break week, but I'm pretty sure he's still drawing in that break week.
Oh, he probably is.
They just don't publish anything in Shueisha that week.
Have you ever gone to his Wikipedia page and seen his signature?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen his signature in the volumes.
Bro, his O is Sanji's eyebrow.
He gave each Straw Hat their own individual signature, and fans have been asking for both the dub and sub voice actors to learn how to do that exact signature, so when they sign One Piece merch, they can do it in their character signature.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing. But when they're getting ready to do a movie, like when One Piece Film Red dropped, they did like 4 weeks break of manga canon and did anime canon to retcon Luffy's backstory with Shanks.
Oh, they changed it?
They retconned it, yes. Basically, so in the first chapter or episode 4, it shows like the final interaction between Shanks and Luffy.
Yeah.
Which that happens post these 4 episodes. These 4 episodes are like Luffy first time ever meeting Shanks.
Okay.
And then it leads into what we know already from episode 4 and chapter 1.
Okay.
So it's a nice little retcon, and that's why everyone's like, Red should be canon though. It should be canon then, but the whole problem happens is there's stuff that happens that's currently happening in Wano in the anime that is part of the movie. But it seems like it's right after Whole Cake. Like it's supposed to be in between Whole Cake and Wano, but there's discrepancies, which is always gonna be discrepancies in movies. Plus, One Piece filler, even though it's filler, you can still call it canon because they're just going off on another adventure. They try to keep the filler episodes to in between manga arcs, like when they're in between islands. Like the Rainbow,
That's what it should be too.
the Rainbow Mist filler arc, the one that Sage and Tacco would have seen already with the whole time travel thing. That happens in between Arlong Park and Logetown, I think. Like, they place the filler in good spots to where it seems like it's part of the story.
Yeah.
So, but either way, if you take away the filler for One Piece, you're still watching 1,000 episodes. But Naruto is 400, from Naruto and Naruto to Shippuden, so all 720 episodes. 427 are canon. Less than the total amount of Shippuden is canon between both series.
That's really sad.
And even with Boruto added in, it's 7 more episodes more than Shippuden.
That's really sad.
And there's over 1,000 episodes between all 3. That's another thing. People will sit there and watch Naruto Shippuden, and Boruto all the way through, but won't watch One Piece. And it's like, there's more episodes of Naruto than there are One Piece.
Yeah.
There's 1,051 just came out yesterday, but with all 3 of those put together, there's like 1,100 episodes. And then Pokemon has more than Bleach, or more than One Piece.
Pokemon's got double One Piece.
I don't think so.
Isn't it around
Let's be real,
2000?
only Indigo League counts.
I'm actually coming up on my rewatch. I'm coming up to... Ash is in the semifinals of his first Indigo League, is where I'm at right now.
It's not double. It's 1,228. So we're about 200.
About 200 more. To where... Let me bring up a calculator. We have 220 plus 500 plus... I'm just going to do 270, roughly estimating. There's 990 episodes of the Naruto franchise.
I don't know when this was done, but this one says there are 100 or 1,126 episodes. 231 or 21% of that was filler for Pokemon. Oh, this was 2019?
Technically, all of Pokemon from the original 1997 to current day is filler. Because it doesn't follow the games and it doesn't follow the manga.
Technically speaking, that's true.
And the manga is dark. Like,
And Jesse and James have a kid, yeah.
I'm not that far in the manga.
Oh, that's not... I don't think that's towards the end, honestly.
Oh, the manga's still going.
I know, I'm saying, like, I don't think that's...
Because they don't have to worry about rushing that manga because they're not making a canon anime of it.
Yeah. No, Jesse and James have a kid, though. I do know that.
I know Ash dies like 3 times in the anime.
What?
Yeah.
But the characters that die in the manga, like, it's gruesome. Like, it's like Bleach and Chainsaw level of dying.
How does that happen? It's Pokemon. How the hell does that happen?
Horn drilled to the face.
That's true. Also, can't forget about what happened to Getsus.
Also, Ash solos any anime universe.
Why do you say that?
All he needs is Arceus.
That's true.
Arceus is like the only thing that can rival the power of magical girls.
Well, technically speaking, he is God, so I mean, it's not really a fair fight for anybody.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, it's actually just not fair, because Arceus is actually just God.
So back to Shikamaru and Rengoku. We're at 3-2 waiting for Cope's vote.
He was waiting for more.
Yeah, you guys
he was
keep
waiting
just,
for more talking.
rambling on.
Yeah, the vote.
Hey, we gotta stream.
Yeah, the
we gotta
podcast.
we gotta stream for time. You know, like there's like time things on the creator
I
side.
mean, just been sitting here playing my snowboarding game. You know, it's all good. I'm in my own world.
You can chime in
I'm
on
playing
the.
Rengoku.
You can chime in on the conversations.
No, it's more fun listening.
So that ties it up. So we got another dice roll between Shikamaru and Rengoku.
I'm just chilling, eating some hot fries while listening to y'all.
Rengoku is odds. Shikamaru is evens. And it is a 1.
Rengoku wins.
So Rengoku wins. And the final match of round 2, we have the hero himself, Le Million, versus the Frieza Slasher, Trunks.
Trunks.
Okay, again, this is quick. Trunks.
I'm voting Trunks as well.
I'm gonna vote Trunks as well.
Alright, Trunks wins.
Trunks wins 6-0.
Bro.
I'm sorry. As much
come
as I
on.
like Lemillion and I like his character, he does not add up to Trunks.
No, it's just like I like to say it's Trunks, and then everyone goes, "Yeah, it's Trunks."
Just
Yeah.
Trunks, enough said. He wins.
Do you realize there's only one big 3 in the semifinals this week?
Dragon Ball.
No, One Piece.
Not Big 3, you goofball.
No, the dad's coming
okay,
in.
that's good.
But yeah, the dad is
Yeah.
in the semifinals for
The dad-
2 weeks in a
don't worry
row.
about it.
But One Piece has made the semifinals 3 weeks in a row.
I mean, can you blame it?
Can it make the
and then
finals?
Bleach
No.
made the finals.
Oh, no.
Bleach
Oh,
Bleach
no.
didn't make it 3 weeks in a row.
Alright.
I just realized it's going to be Rengoku versus because I'm already sad.
Dude, I don't know what I'm going to do about semifinal match 1.
Oh, no,
It's
man.
Ervin Smith versus Bellamere and Nojiko.
Ah,
Bellamere,
no!
bro. Bellamere, bro.
I'm gonna go Bellamere.
I'm going Ervin, so it's
I'm
2-1.
going Ervin as well.
2-2.
Ervin.
3-2.
Bro.
Tony.
I'm more attached to Ervin. Not gonna lie.
Ervin wins 4-2. First week since we started this that One Piece will not be in the finals. We will have a completely new final setup.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
the last 2 weeks has been Bleach and One Piece, and the last 2 weeks in the finals. This is the first week where we will not have that.
I'm curious to see this.
Oh man, I don't like this next vote.
Right, Goku versus Trunks, and before anyone says
Trunks.
anything, I'm voting Rengoku. So it is 1-1.
Trunks 100%. Sorry.
Trunks.
Trunks.
Wow, 4-1.
Goku, no, Red Goku. Nah, 4-2.
4-2. Wow.
Trunks.
I mean, I saw that coming.
I absolutely saw that coming, but I couldn't let Red Goku do that alone.
That was the quickest semifinal we have ever had.
100%.
Now
I
this
can't let Red Goku do that
this
alone.
final is even harder.
Absolutely. Who is more of an OG, like a great character? All love. I know the answer everyone's gonna say is Trunks because it's Dragon Ball. But just put some thought into it. Don't just say Trunks.
Okay.
Before
I'm
everyone
thinking
starts going
very
Trunks,
difficult.
I am voting Ervin
Okay.
because he is in my opinion, like when it comes to characters and character development, Dragon Ball drops the ball. Dragon Ball drops the ball hardcore with its character development. The only one who has decent
Correct.
character development is Vegeta.
I mean, Trunks got some good development.
But is it future Trunks or is it current Trunks?
Either.
Because
You
I
have to
honestly
incorporate all of Trunks.
I do not see future. Well, future Trunks is what was nominated and selected for this. Because
Okay, then
Future
Future
Trunks-
Trunks is it.
Future Trunks
Okay,
has
so
the vendetta
Future
on
Trunks was
the
raised
androids.
by Gohan, right? Pretty much.
Future Trunks has that vendetta revenge against the androids, and
Yeah.
that's all his personality really is. His personality never really changes much from that. It just turns to a different enemy in Super, being Goku Black and Zamatsu.
Yeah.
Literally, his
His
whole character is revenge and vengeance, and it never
I like
changes. But it never changes. He has no progression from that, and that's
You're
what I
allowed
don't
to-
like.
You can't call it development. He just
Look
changes
at-
his target.
Look at Eren Yeager.
Yeah.
Eren Yeager starts out the same way Trunks is, but he actually develops.
Into, in my opinion, worse character, but
But like,
To
I'm
be
allowed
fair,
it is still
I don't-
very
you
good
can't say
character
that.
development.
Is anybody caught up with the Super manga right now?
I am.
Because that's technically Future Trunks. Say Trunks has a little bit of character development going on currently, not a ton, but a little bit. Like
What,
it's
he had-
starting to do
What,
that.
the last 2 chapters, he had what, a total of like 4 panels?
Something like that. But like I said, it's not a lot.
That's not
a
enough
little.
that's like barely enough to start
Not enough to
a
argue.
character development.
But still.
Okay, still, I'll vote Trunks.
I can see our debating didn't convince you.
Yeah, it doesn't really
It's
matter.
Trunks.
So I have it 1-1.
Yeah, it's Trunks.
Trunks.
That's 3 votes Trunks.
Personally, I'll give my vote to Irvin.
That's 2 votes Ervin. Tony?
I'm tying it up. Ervin gets my vote.
Ervin is
I was always
odds.
hyped up. I was always hyped up when Ervin was on screen.
Same. Ervin is odds. Trunks is evens.
Oh, it comes down to RNG. This is
It's 5. Ervin Smith.
yes.
Ervin Smith.
Let's go.
We have to think of a. You have to do his one quote. You have to think of a weird question to ask.
Huh?
Like when he's whispering to Aaron and he goes like, "Sorry, that was a strange question to ask you." You have to think of a
Oh.
weird question.
Who do you think the enemy is? When freaking
Yeah, sorry.
Ervin,
That was a
when
strange
freaking
question.
Ervin found out about Reiner and Bertolt before anyone else, but didn't know it was them, and same with Annie.
Yeah, man was too smart for his
That
own.
was nutty. The man gave up his own dream to ensure that the mission was a success.
And it was.
And-
It's,
Bro,
how far is everyone in Attack on Titan? We're all
I
season
think
4,
I think
right?
everyone's caught up to the anime.
I've read the manga.
Okay.
So-
Same. I've read the entire manga as
Oh,
well.
when Ervin literally said, "Don't give me the colossal Titan power, give it to Armin. He's a bright future ahead of him." That was so cool.
He didn't say that.
I thought he
didn't
did.
say that.
Did he say
Am
that?
I imagining things?
I know he grabs Levi's hand, but I don't remember him saying anything.
He just says no. Yeah, he basically
hold-
just says no.
Hold on. I won't be able to hear you for a second. I'm gonna try to grab the manga the volume that it's in.
I do think there was a little bit of a little sentence he said after no.
That's the Grisha flashback. Here we go. Volume 21. Volume 21 of the manga is where this is at. So we have the whole flashback with Armin after they see what he looks like. You have Bertolt being held hostage. Oh, jeez, I just realized how much more bloody this is in the manga. 'Cause the thing, in the anime, does he actually cut Bertolt's throat?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he actually slices halfway through Bertolt's throat in the manga.
Jeez.
And Zeke's face is way more messed up in the manga.
Well, yeah, I imagine.
Oh my god. Look at the stream.
Yeah.
Look at Levi when he catches up to Zeke.
Watch.
That is... Oh my god.
Holy.
That is so much darker than the anime. And the funny thing is that the anime is
yeah.
pretty dark itself.
Man's
Oh,
a
yeah.
demon. I could have sworn he said maybe I'm making things up. I could very well be doing that. I do that a lot, actually.
Reiner's a lot more messed up in the manga as well.
Well, I mean, it probably shows more gore because I mean,
Like his eye... you know how he has like no eyes? And they just have it covered up? Well, there is a panel where it shows his eyes like falling out of their socket.
Oh. That is definitely gross.
Alright, go. Yeah, because the next volume 22 starts with the Grisha flashback when they're in the basement.
Yeah, that was definitely we had that before.
Here's the
We had Ervin before.
Here's the whole fight, bro. The last episode of season 3, part 1. Did anyone watch the post-credit scene?
Bro, that came out how many years ago now?
The post-credit scene of the final episode of season 3, part 1, literally gave us the whole like
Say, of course.
Aaron
That
and
was-
Levi's face during the whole decision of who to give the serum to.
Bro,
That is one of my
2018, 2019,
That
bro.
that was I implore, if you don't remember, go back and watch the post-credit scene
Say,
of that
Bro, that
episode.
happened- That's
The episode
5
they made,
years
like-
ago.
like the episode they make the decision is arguably one of the best in AOT, in my opinion.
And it's like one of the last episodes of part 2 of season 3.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
foreshadowed it in the last episode of part 1 of season 3. Like, because I remember the
So
first
good.
time I watched season 3, it was before I picked up the manga and started reading the manga. I started reading the manga when season 4 part 1 started coming out. And I watched that post-credit scene and I was like, what the hell is going on? And I get into part 3 and I see when it happens and I'm like, oh my god, they foreshadowed that?
Yeah, it was kind of nuts.
It was awesome. It got me so hyped to continue watching. Like, I sat there and binged all of part 2 of season 3 because of that post-credit scene.
That show is just incredible. From
There's
where it
other
started.
there's other Easter eggs in the actual, like, the ending song, like the
Mhm.
clips and everything in the ending song. There's actual Easter eggs in that too. For
Yeah, I know.
for Aaron's true power, the Attack Titan, the memory thing.
Yep.
I found that whole
And
I found that when I found that out, like I already read the whole manga, and season 4 part 2 was already done when I found that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here we have Levi remembering Ervin's post speech, like right before he gave the speech, and remembering.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe when he said like he like.
Yeah, what happens if the dream of yours comes true? Well, I don't know, and I won't until it does. I just want to go to that basement. And then he remembers Kenny. They couldn't keep going unless they were drunk on something. And then it goes to him
As soon
about.
as you mentioned Kenny, I literally expected Levi yelling Kenny.
Yeah, same.
Just echoing.
And then it still has Kenny's. They were all slaves to something, even him. Or that's Levi thinking. Because both Armin and Ervin were slaves to a dream. Okay, here it is. He smacks his hand away, and he goes, "Teacher, how do you find out that they don't exist?" Thinking back on his dad. And then you have Levi saying, Ervin's just wheezing. And then the flashback where Levi tells Ervin, "Give up on your dreams and die for us. Lead the recruits straight into hell. I'll take out the Beast Titan." And Ervin saying, "Levi, thank you." And then the next scene is Bertold waking up. And Armin eating him.
Okay, so yeah, I must have just been remembering the flashbacks then.
Yeah, so he doesn't even... They try to talk to him again, but Hanji goes, he's already dead. So he does say more than just no, but it's like a delusional, like he's talking to his dad about what his dad told him about the history of parody.
Look at that, making up things again. Who could have thought?
I was about to say, I know he doesn't say anything related to anyone around him.
Too incoherent.
Anyway, thanks to everyone who came and joined the stream tonight. Best side character out of the 16 that were nominated for this bracket is Ervin Smith. Next week we'll be covering MCs. That's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be a lot more debating on that one.
I mean, I already know if my character does not get put up the vote, man.
Whew. Wait, you put Kazuma in the Discord?
Absolutely.
He is a hilarious main character.
The panty snatcher himself.
But anyway, thank you for coming out to the madness. It was definitely madness today. Next week is going to be even more. Hope you enjoyed, and remember, my soldiers do not falter, my soldiers rage.
Ah!
That's staying in. That's staying in the stream.
Okay, that's great.
Nice.
Alright, peace out. See.